What is up YouTube, and welcome to this Flash video. So if you're new to the channel, please consider leaving a like and a subscribe down below if you did enjoy the video. Yes, it's been quite a while since I've done a Flash video, and this is a video which I've wanted to do ever since we first saw the finale of the Flash Season 4. There has been some really cool stuff in that season. There's been some really bad stuff in that season. Think We Are the Flash, and that really dodgy feminist episode, which was just awful. It was just so very bad. Yeah, we got some good things to look forward to. We've got Cicada, a very interesting villain coming up for next season. We've also got the possibility of the Reverse Flash returning. We've also got Nora Allen as well, and the whole of the future to look forward to, as in the future that Nora Allen has actually come from. So, what is actually going on? Because there was quite a lot of stuff that was actually missed out from, well, be completely, or at least a little bit, being resolved in Season 4. So, let's think right back to last year when we had this season opener and we saw Barry come out of the Speed Force. Now, what was really weird is that as the filming went on over a number of months, we saw the fact that Wally West was the Flash of Central City. Now that is quite similar to the comics, because in Crisis on Infinite Earths, Barry tried to save everyone. He, well, succeeded, and the Flash then died. The inconceivable happened. A death actually lasted, in comic book terms, for many years. It was not until the early 2000s when Barry returned in Flash Rebirth. During this time, Wally West had taken over the entirety of the Flash duties. Now it took a while for him to get going, but once he did, many people grew up with Wally West, including myself, being their Flash. But for me, Barry Allen was my boy. I'm sorry, Wally. He's pretty cool. I liked him. Do not get me wrong. I just like Barry. It's just who I was, who I am. And he had the better Reverse Flash, didn't he? Let's be completely honest here. And he had better stories. But what happened was, it didn't last long. We had Barry pretty much come out of the Speed Force straight away and was lucid enough to survive and take over the role. And, well, bye Felicia to Wally West. He was in limbo for a bit, then went over to Legends of Tomorrow, and now Keenan Lonsdale has left the Arrowverse for the time being, which is a complete and utter shame. We didn't get Josie Quick, we saw barely anything of Jay Garrick, and what makes the Flash so special is the Flash family. And the fact that we never saw that again, I thought it was really good in Season 3 when we had the Savitar villain, and we had then utilised the Flash family, but we never really got to see much of it this season. But while Barry was in that Speed Force prison, we never really learnt much about it. This felt like we were going to get a huge mystery revealed when Barry came out of the Speed Force, and what we would get here is the fact that Barry would reveal just these mysteries, these intricate details of the Speed Force. I expected some sort of New 52 style thing where he went into the Speed Force and found that people had been sucked up by the Speed Force, it had taken things and things like that. But no, we never got that. We had him come out and he pretty much revealed who the mystery girl was in the first episode by saying Nora doesn't belong here, and he was right. But how did he know about all of this? We're going to need more diapers, Cecile having twins. How did he know all of this? It just didn't really, we never got that resolved or explained. And possibly, I think that may not actually get resolved in the coming Season 5. I don't think we will actually get them explain just what actually happened inside this Speed Force, unless they explore the Speed Force just a bit more, which possibly they will. I think that they may explore it a bit more. Now we've got a bigger kind of speed, so we've got the daughter of Barry, who I expect they probably will explain or explore some sort of the ramifications that whatever she did, well, the ramifications for what happened and how she changed the timeline, or what actually did she do. So we'll learn more of that. And I was going to include that in the plot revelations. But the Nora Allen just appearing like that and saying that I need help, I made a mistake, that was just a teaser for next season. So the whole thing with that never actually came to any fruition. We never learnt about that, and it was a shame. Now the next thing that is a similar vein, the Speed Force symbols. Now the Speed Force symbols came up in the first season. We saw them being used by Barry, and I'm calling them Speed Force symbols just because Barry came out of the Speed Force and he was writing and using all these symbols to scrawl on the wall and was saying all this weird stuff. They were used by Cisco and HR at the end of the season as well, and really we never got much info about them. Nora Allen was writing on these every time she saw someone in Central City Jitters, and even the Thinker had them burned onto him, even though that may just be a coincidence. But it's really odd that that didn't happen. So while I say I'm a bit skeptical about them actually exploring what happened to Barry and the Speed Force, while that may not get explained, we'll probably explore the Speed Force just a tad more, because there's a lot to it. And in the comics, Speed Force has a huge, long and storied history. It's been changed around quite a lot. We've had it from simply just being a term. It didn't even have a term for quite a while until it was even given one. And then now we learn in this that it is where everyone else gets their speed from. Barry sort of creates the Speed Force, but Jay Garrick's older than him, and yeah, it's a bit odd. I'm not sure how that works. But hopefully we'll learn more about these Speed Force symbols and what they actually mean. Is this the Speed Force talking to Barry? Or is this... I really don't understand what these possibly could be. If you have any ideas what these could actually be, let me know down in the comments. Now then, the penultimate one here is an interesting one with Killer Frost. Now, Killer Frost had a really weird story arc this season. Now, going back to last season, we had Caitlin, who turned into Killer Frost, but had some sort of sentiment to Caitlin. She left. We had poor old Julian Albert have his bae disappear. She had the cure, but then she went to go to, in season 4, she went to Aminette Black, who tricked her into thinking she had a cure, and then slowly we learned that, well, the Thinker had ruined her powers, but it turns out that she always had part of Killer Frost. We had that flashback where it turns out that Caitlin had always had the Killer Frost persona inside her, and they are one and the same. So it does look like possibly metahumans existed way before the particle accelerator explosion. So twofold here: do other ones exist in the world while they've been very much centralized to Central City, pardon the pun? Nowhere else do they exist. So metahumans don't really technically exist elsewhere in the Arrowverse in some way. But we've got Citizen Steel as well. So, but he was in Central City, he's part of that, that's where he lives, which I thought was a really cool bit of working out there when we had Nate and he was actually on in Central City. I thought that's pretty cool. But the phenomenon is really kind of fit, I'd say technically mostly around Central City. So hopefully we'll see some more words on that. And this, who is this mysterious Thomas? So did Thomas create her? Is Thomas her father? What is going on with that? And finally, the one which I was convinced that the mystery girl would be the one who is getting trained by Jay Garrick. So Jay Garrick, in one of the best episodes of The Flash, the one where the Flash was running around in Flash time trying to actually stop the nuclear bomb, which was superb. One of the best episodes, I think, ever since season 1 or season 2. My favourite episode for reference here is the two-parter where they went to Earth 2. So what is happening here? So Jay Garrick, he is slowing down and he is really not existing more. He's not existing as the Flash, and he is, like I said, retiring. But he's going to be training someone else. So let's remember that we do have Jesse Quick on Earth 2. I was a bit confused by that. So Jesse Quick is on Earth 2. Because they did have that thing where she went over to Earth 2 or to Earth 3 to actually replace Jay Garrick. Jay Garrick came out of the Speed Force. Then we had Jessie Quick return to Earth 2, have her own sort of speedster team. And then Jay Garrick is now training replacement for Earth 3. So who the hell could that actually be? Could this be Nora's brother? Because the kind of children of Barry, there are the Tornado Twins. There is Dawn and Dawn. Dawn is now Nora Allen. Yeah, it's really odd. But that would be really cool. So let me know who you think is going to be trained by Jay Garrick. But there's also big rumours here that the Reverse Flash is going to return. There is a reported leak. And really, please do take this with a pinch of salt here, with the fact that what could be happening here is that Nora is being chased by her brother. And he is a sort of, I'd say, a breacher, sort of catch person to try and get people who are travelling throughout time. Is quite similar to what's happening in the Flash comics. And the Reverse Flash will return in a story arc with the Flash's kids. And so with Nora, the Reverse Flash will return with them. So I think that's quite interesting. I think it would be cool if the fact that, well, if what Nora's done is threatening all of the speedsters, well, maybe Reverse Flash will come in to try and stop her from doing the mistake that she did. So we'll return to things from season 4 and all that kind of weirdness. Also in the comics, the Reverse Flash did take Barry to a future where his kids are evil. So one of them may be evil, and maybe they will turn evil in the future. That's the mistake, whatever, I don't know. But that's it for this video. Please drop a like, please subscribe, and I'll see you soon, and goodbye.